Welcome to the gaming couch, all 7 Beaver Harvester viewers. We're so happy to have you. Beaver Harvester wants you to hydrate. Get to it, you thirsty bitch.
Okay, hello. Sorry about that. That was a little bit longer than I anticipated. But how's everyone doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are playing some Zelda today. How is everyone doing today? Dang, controller keeps going to sleep. There we go. Hey, Beaver. I see Beaver and Bella. Rogue is here. What's up? Beaver. Oh my gosh, you freaking raided me when I was out. Hey, what's up, El Wongo? How you doing? What's up, Rogue? Oh, that music is still playing and I didn't even see it. Come on. Oh, just go live, please, TikTok. Okay. We will see what happens with that then. Hopefully nothing bad. It keeps wanting to switch the encoder on me, so. Anywho. You'll be back? Alright. Thank you, Beaver. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you, man. Hey, Merlin, how's it going? I'm really hoping we don't crash, you know, knock on wood. I have a new setup over here on TikTok. You have your choice between the vertical mode or horizontal mode. So if you feel like, you know, being fancy. Oh, is that where the check starts? Why is it top down? That's so weird. Okay, whatever. But yeah, you have your choice of either the vertical mode or the horizontal mode. So you can watch on PC if you'd like. But in any case, let's get into the game, shall we? All right. So last time we were playing, that's right. We had just got up here. Okay. So we are finding our way into Gerudo Valley, I believe is the challenge at the moment. Which, you know, because we know what to do. But how's everyone doing? Time for another all-nighter? What do you mean? You better not be staying up all night, Merlin. That's not good for you. Zelda expert. I wouldn't call me a Zelda expert, but hey, I appreciate the compliment. That's very kind of you. Hey, Shark Bait. What's up, Shark Bait? How you doing? So much work to do and zero motivation? Welcome to my life. Okay, I think down here is... Hey, oh boy. Is this the correct way to go? I think this is the right way to go. You will always glaze Slacky. You know what? I appreciate that. I welcome glazing because I'm pretty harsh on myself. So you know what? If you want to do that, I will welcome it. Doing good, Shark? Awesome. Me too. I'm doing all right. Not too shabby. You know, the week is half over, so I'm happy for that. You know, I'll get this over with early since, you know, it's a done deal already, but tomorrow there won't be a stream because I have some stuff to take care of in the evening and I cannot stream early because of work. So that leaves me in the precarious position of having to not stream tomorrow. So I apologize. Yeah, sorry, Merlin. Where is it? I know I saw it. Is it up there? No, I saw this stupid shrine. I've been looking forward to getting into some Zelda. Realizing how quickly I'm actually flying through this game. When I first played it, I think it took me like 2 weeks to beat it because I was essentially just exploring every inch of it. And now that I don't need to explore every inch of the game anymore, kind of just flying through it. Kind of makes me feel bad. Maybe I should do a little bit more exploration. I'm cooking? No, Link's cooking. I'm playing a game. Ah, haha. Funny? No? Okay. Tomato, tomato? Why did you say tomato twice? And here's the fun part about Here's the Kingdom. When you hit shrines like this with electric puzzles, there's so many ways to like cheese them. I think they kind of gave up at one point. I get the feeling. Because I think at one point they were like, okay, so this is how they're gonna do the dungeon with like this certain puzzle, and then like their play testers just went through and just started doing things the non-approved way. And they were like, okay, forget it. If these smarty pants figure out how to get past this shrine without actually doing the puzzle, then fine. Well, you see, tomato doesn't have an E, Merlin. That's why that doesn't make any sense. Just saying. Can you guys actually hear the game, by the way? Okay, I think you can. Okay, you can hear me and you can hear the game. Okay, wonderfully. Hey, Yuki! Thank you for the heart, me. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Tomato? Tomato? No, I know about tomato and tomato. I'm just screwing with you. Jeez, why so serious? Welcome back. I know you are. That's why I'm doing it. Hey, thank you for the Go Popular, Yuki. Appreciate it. What is wrong, Rogue? Shouldn't this technically be electrifying that as well? If my knowledge of physics serves. How you been, Yuki? How was your day? Did you work? And if so, did you have a good day? Did I like the foxes? I did like the foxes. Thank you. They are very adorable. I appreciate you sharing those with me. Is my lip syncing okay? Yeah, I think it's okay. Ah, ba ba ba. Ah, wah wah wah. Hello, hello, hello. One of these days I'll figure out how to do better lip syncing. Eye exam. Did they tell you that you have the eyes of an eagle? You were like, oh my, they were like, oh my goodness, you have the best eyes we've ever seen. You can see for miles. Think it's fine? Okay. As long as you think so. What is that? Oh, it's a hydromelon. Oh, palm fruit. Never mind. Oh, hi there. You got your wisdom teeth pulled out? Ooh. That's always fun. You're farsighted and you have astigmatism? Yikes. Oh my goodness. Are you gonna need those thick Coke bottle glasses? I actually need to stop being a lazy bum and go to the eye doctor. Aren't I supposed to be able to shoot my sword with power? When my hearts are full. Oh, right, I forgot. It's like that. That's so awesome. Lazy bum. Yeah, that's me. Lazy bum. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Yuki. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. Well, it's probably because you sound hilarious, Rogue. That's probably why he's laughing. No, don't you dare. No 6-7 jokes. Right. Let's go get that. That's a little nod to the first Zelda, by the way, in case you didn't know. Being able to shoot your sword when you have full hearts. That was your first 6-7 joke? Really? Probably should have saved it. Oop. I thought I was cold. Why do you hate your glasses? Glasses are cool. They make you look distinguished. Okay, wow. I'm supposed to be wearing my glasses, but I'm stubborn. Oh, now we're cold. Well, then just do what Aki does. Whenever there's a 6-7 joke, just say 8-9. And then I'll counter that with 10-11. So that you're not the only awkward person. What? I don't believe that for a second, Merlin. I didn't know camels made that noise. I have a 3D print of Vanaboru. Bought it from a comic, or not comic, anime convention. I wish I could have got the other ones, but it was like $80 for the set. And I was too busy buying prints. At the time, it was prints of, I think, Demon Slayer. I have wisdom fangs. You are so right for that. I mean, that's how all of us foxes are. We don't have wisdom teeth. We have wisdom fangs. Kara kara bazaar. Okay, we gotta go get our cute girl disguise. Link is gonna transform into a magical girl. Have you guys ever seen that? Doggy. Hey, doggy. Where are you? Hi, doggy. You're so precious. I wish this game let me pet the dogs. You see that? He has hearts just by me standing here. What an adorable little goober. Link is a pretty princess. What are the ladies called? Oh, Gerudo. In their language, they are called Vi. V-A-I. And males are called Vo. I hope that stands for baby girl. Oh, he's not here. What the heck? Usually the dude's up here. Okay. Maybe... Maybe we have to learn about the disguise first. We have to learn that we can't go in. Sure, why not? Don't you sure, why not me? Oh, wait, hold on. We do need to buy the... Is there something here that lets us be cool in the desert, right? I don't... Oh, you caught its tail. Good job. Nope, looks like I was mistaken. Why is he shirtless? Because it's the desert. Duh. He's got to work on his tan too. Look at that. You can see this guy from space. Yeah, Link's got to work on his tan. Volt fruit. Okay, I probably need. Let me take a picture of that. Your album is full. Your mom is full. How do I select all? There we go. There, now we have room. Are we really making your mom jokes? I'm permanently stuck in the 90s, so yes. I will never not make your mama jokes. And if that's a problem, then sue me. But don't actually sue me because my lawyer is really terrible. And I don't know how revolutionary this the 2026s are, by the way. So you might want to temper your expectations. You're secretly my lawyer? What the hell have I been paying you for? I've been losing every damn case. I'm gonna have to fire you. Yeah, well then you're gonna have to stop being bad at your job. Hey Miles, how you doing? What's up, bud? Taco Chise. Takojise. You need the job? Well, you should have thought of that before you started losing all my cases. What do you got to say to that? The whole picture. What do we got? 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 It is a power puzzle. And we don't have to power all of them? Question mark. Okay.
Lizard, 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 lizard.
It's not Miles without a little bit of lizard action, eh? Oh my goodness. How you been, Miles? Hello, Maria. Hola, Maria. ¿Cómo estás? They only gave me 2 metal objects. Mein Gott. Okay. Do I just need to... Okay, let's see. Maybe I just need to activate them once. Wait, you're French? I can't see non-English words, by the way, because TikTok auto-translates them for me. These big brain slacker moment. Okay, I'm missing something, y'all. The first part says, oh, je t'aime. Is that what it says? Also, don't make fun of my French. I'm not very good at pronouncing French. Someone asked you to be their Valentine? Oh. What'd you say? Did you say yes? Or did you say, you gotta try harder than that? Okay, I'm legit not knowing what to do here. Because I gotta get, okay, there's metal things in here. That's a chest, but that is a metal thing. Okay. Okay, chat, let's figure this out, shall we? You wanted to ask someone else? Did you say yes just because you felt awkward? Really, as far as that goes? Oh, goodness. Mein Gott. Fine, we'll put that there. And then we will put this here. Nobody saw that, okay? Hello.
Welcome
Hello.
back from the ad break. If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
That name killed me. Hello, Divine. Yeah, good idea, Merlin. Thank you. Turn that off and run power over to here. Boop. Right? Or do we do it here? Ah, no. Yeah, we do it there. No! Dang it! Okay. Go here. Goes there and there and there. And then you go here. I get it? I got it. Yo, what's up, Robert? How are you? Thunderblade. Oh my god. We finally got Thunder Fury, Divine Blade of the Windseeker. Never thought I would ever see that weapon. Okay, this over here. Your dentist said don't eat hard food. Well, you got your wisdom teeth pulled out. There's a giant hole in your freaking jaw. So if you're eating a jawbreaker, you're going to rip the shit out of your stitches and leave a giant hole in your jaw, just so you know. Orchestra concert on Sunday. You're gonna wear pajamas to an orchestra? That is so silly. That doesn't sound good. Yeah, that's it. That's even worse, Rogue. Like, okay. Forgive the, you know, let's not be childish for 2 seconds, because what I'm about to say is gonna sound funny. But when you get your wisdom teeth pulled out, the act of sucking will destroy your the stitching. You're gonna be playing lullabies. Wait, are you gonna be in the orchestra? Like you're gonna be playing instruments? Shut up, don't laugh. It's not funny. I gotta light them all up. They did not give me enough. Oh no, I just gotta light these two up. Never mind. Playing with a few friends. Oh, that's cool. What instrument do you play? When I was a youngster, I wanted to play the flute. I learned it in elementary school. I think I learned like one song. You play violin? Ooh. That is super cool. A youngster, yeah, that's me. Just imagine little baby Slacker at the age of 10 playing the flute. 10? Was I 10? 9. No, I was in 3rd grade. How old was I then? 9? I think I was 9. Oh, I was so focused just now. Do you have business with me? Oh, what? No, I'm not a spy. I'm a merchant. I may not look like it, but I'm actually the leader of a caravan. I've traveled all the way here, but this town doesn't allow men in, so that's why I had to, It's research! Research! And think what you want, but I finally found some key info on how to sneak into Gerudo Town. Well, allow me to share with you my heroic tale. It's been close to a week now. The guards have kicked me out more times than I can count. I almost gave up hope. However, I have learned only recently of a man that slipped into this well-guarded town. I heard that man is frequently traveling between Katakata Bazaar and Gerudo Town. I've been waiting here, trying to spot him as he travels. There we go. Now we can go Yassify Link. Voice acting. You like the voice acting? Uh-oh. Don't die, Linky Poo. Yas, queen. Except in this case, it's Yas Link. Okay, which way? Oh, to go this way. The Katakata Bazaar. I do my best. I may not be a world-class voice actor, but I try my best to, you know what might be smart? What if I put on this? Does this help out, Linky? There you go. Now, if it weren't for the fact that I need, to Yassify Link in order to get into Gerudo Town, I would just go in like this. Hey, what's up, Dame? How you doing? What's going on? How are you on this fine Wednesday evening? When you're an Unkster? How old is Unkster? Everything is good? Awesome. I'm happy to hear that. Because, I mean, I think depending on, you know, your local laws, like here in California, I think you can get a tattoo like at like 17 or 16 with a parent's permission. But I mean, you know, I know some people don't want to commit to a tattoo that early in their life, which is totally understandable. Unkster is 18. Okay. Got it. You always watch this live when it's night. Oh, thank you. There they are. The person that's gonna yassify us. Oh my, what a lovely young lad you are. Do you need something from me? What's that? You've heard about a man who snuck into Gerudo Town? Oh, I don't know anything about him. Sorry I couldn't be more help. Squint suspiciously. You're making my cheeks warm looking at me like that. You're very beautiful. Oh, such a nice thing to say. And I'm sure you'd agree that these clothes only help my looks, right? Why did my money pop up? Now that I think about it, this style would look quite fetching on you. I'd have to charge you, of course, but I bet people would see you completely different if you wore them. What do you think? Do you want to buy them for 600 rupees? It's a deal then. I'll take your rupees now. Milkshakes? Maybe. Really, Merlin? That's your hear me out? You know what? I won't judge. I have the perfect outfit for you. Go ahead and change into it right now. Don't worry, I'll look away. Dude, I'm like half naked already in front of you. Look at our boy. I'm not doing that voice. You look adorable. Ah, just as I thought. You make for quite a good-looking gal. That's a traditional Gerudo outfit. It's such a striking look around here. I doubt anyone would even suspect that you're a man. On top of that, it breathes so well that it's sure to help you deal with the desert heat, at least a little. I'm so glad I was able to help you out. If you're free to grab something to eat sometime, keep me in mind. Make sure you watch out for the wind. If you want to get more ladies' clothing, come back anytime. We are yassified. So that's how Ganon was made? Joke answer. Yeah. Serious answer. No. Oops. Went to my own joke. Hi, Daom. Thank you for the rose. Thank you. You guys like my melons? Anyways. But I'm just showing off my hydro melons. What's up, Santino? Is this Stardew Valley? No, this is Minecraft. No, this is Patrick. What? Jeez, I didn't know it was that serious. Sorry, Merlin. Hey, fellow queens. You gonna let a girl in or what? Hehehe. They don't suspect a thing. Wait a minute. Why'd they let you in? Savak. The V sound is really tricky to master. I feel like I got it there, though. Are you a girl Goron, or is it just that the Gerudo can't tell? Hey, thank you for the roses. Why do they sound like Minecraft villagers? Who? Huh? Are you saying my voice sounds like a Gerudo voice? Oh my goodness, thank you for all the roses.
Yet another traveler. How did you get in here? Oh. Seems you have something rather interesting there.
She saw right through the disguise. You stand before Lady Riju, Chief of the Gerudo. Declare your business, but come no closer. Hold on, Bularia. This one appears to be more than a common traveler. You there, what is your name? Link. And what is it you've come all the way to here to... And what is it you've come all the way here to tell me, Link? Thank you for the roses. You think you have what it takes to subdue something so powerful as a divine beast? The only ones who could control them were champions like Lady Urbosa. And all of the champions died in the calamity 100 years ago. Bularia, Bulima, a memory just jumped into my head, something my mother spoke of. When the calamity happened, the Princess of Hyrule placed a fallen swordsman into a deep sleep. That swordsman, much like our new friend here, was named Link, though it always seemed more legend than fact. What of the device on this one's hip? It appears to be a precious relic of the Sheikah. I can't imagine they would give something so valuable to a simple drifter, can you? I don't remember ever hearing of a Hylian Vi among the champions. Wait a moment, you're a Vo! A Vo within our walls is a great crime, but a Vo who is a champion? Well, we'd never mistreat a friend of Lady Urbosa, and if you're here to help us with Naboris, then we are allies.
Huh?
You saw it on your way to our town. Divine Beast Va Naboris, cloaked in a massive sandstorm, hurling lightning at any who dare approach. We have to do something to stop it, but we have yet to find any way to appease the Divine Beast on our own. If you truly are a champion, perhaps you will be able to enter Naboris and calm its anger. Lady Riju, I don't see how you can trust a complete stranger with something as important as this task. Perhaps if this person were first to prove his worth by recovering your stolen Thunder Helm. Ah, yes, an interesting suggestion. You see, there is only one thing in all of Hyrule that can withstand the lightning from Naboris. The Thunder Helm, a family heirloom and relic of the Gerudo, but as Bellaria says, it was stolen from us. You needn't worry, Lady Riju. If he truly is a champion, this should be an easy task for him. Our soldiers can tell you all you need to know about the thieves who stole Lady Riju's heirloom. Head through this arch, it will lead you to the barracks. Then seek out Captain Teak and ask for a full report. Without my heirloom, you'll never be able to approach Naboris. You know? I take heart in having such a rare visitor as yourself. Lady Urbosa must be looking out for us. Yes, yes. My goodness, that is a lot of roses. Thank you, Dayon. I appreciate you. I won't be live tomorrow, but I'll be live Friday. Yes, I got stuff to do tomorrow evening. What are you doing in here? This is the barrack for the chief's guards, not a place for tourists to gather. We're on high alert after the recent theft, so you should clear out.
Rajhaskamaraj wants you to hydrate.
What?
Get to
Lara
it,
sent
you
you.
thirsty bitch.
My apologies. I'm the officer in charge of the soldiers, Captain Teak. The chief's heirloom was stolen by thieves belonging to the Yiga clan the other day, so everyone is on edge. We've determined that the Yiga's hideout is in Karusa Valley, but the soldiers are all exhausted, so I was just thinking about requesting some extra help. Hey, everyone, listen up. This Helian Vi has agreed to help us, so offer her any information you can. Hi, Bella. Consider yourself a part of our unit. If you have any questions, my troops will be happy to help. Nope, no questions. I need nobody on this mission. Just me, myself, and I. They appreciate me as well. Oh, you don't need to translate Merlin. It's okay. TikTok is translating for me. Oops, ran into a pole. Did I hydrate? No, I didn't. Thank you, though. Here we go. I'll hydrate for you. There you go. Thank you for the hydration. Oops. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to bump the mic. What's up, Blueface? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Well, tell them I said hi as well, Rogue. Yeah, TikTok, the chat translates for me. Any language, apparently, so thou needn't worry. Just got done with basketball practice? Heck yeah. Do you play in a league, or is it just for fun? Hey, Daniel, what's up? Of course I remember you. How's it going? You only get news for about my stream? Wow, I'm honored. Truly honored. Ow, what the hell? Okay. That's not what I wanted. Idiot. Ouch. God, I freaking hate electric. Zolfos. God dang it. Really missed that. Oh my goodness. All right, Daniel. Well, thank you for stopping by. You have a good evening. Hey, thank you for sharing the live, Dale. Appreciate you. 6'2" point guard. Hey, heck yeah. That sounds like fun. I'm not, I wasn't built for basketball. Back in high school, I used to get bothered all the time to join football. Because the coach was always like, you're built to be what was the position? Something in defense. I can't remember the position. Like, no. I like being lazy. Yeah, they're built different. Bye, Daniel. Your TikTok doesn't notify you of my lives at all? Really? Well, okay, tell me this, guys. Is there a way, like, that I could notify you that would work for you? Because I've noticed that, like, some creators will usually post, like, a live, like a going live thing in TikTok, but I don't know how well that works. Because not everybody watches my videos. You blocked 15 shots? Dang, you're a hell of a defense. Well, I mean, you are 6 foot, so no wonder. Yeah, Twitch tells you right away when you're on the website. And I also have it connected to my Discord. You know, so if you join the Discord, you'll get a live notification. But TikTok, on the other hand, does not unless you are like in the app or on my page, which is really annoying. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. And there's also, you can always join the Discord if you want to get a live notification. Because that one is very consistent. I do have a Discord server. Go to the website bit.ly/slackers, and it's just one word, no apostrophe. Slackers-Discord. Actually, I'll just type it. So it's here. I'm gonna have to type it out because it doesn't like when I put URLs in the chat. So bit.ly/slackers Discord. Didn't you tell? What do you mean? Didn't I tell you yesterday that you couldn't? What? That you couldn't join the server? And Merlin, you might need to tell them how to access that website. I never told you can't join the server. I probably tried giving you the website and it didn't work, but yeah, so just enter that website. It's a bit.ly link, so it's bit.ly/slackers Discord. Because the freaking Twitch invites, they're too long, and also they don't always work for whatever reason. Yo, what's up, Bella? We joining plug fuck was I saying? Plug Klingwin? No, we're not joining Club Penguin, unfortunately. That thing is gone. You liar, Merlin. I never said no. I never said you couldn't join the Discord. Don't put words in my mouth. I did not say no. You're just bad at listening. Plug Quingwin. I don't even know what I was trying to say. How did I mess that up that badly? Club Penguin. It came out Plug Quingwin. Ay ay ay. No, I'm gonna tell you this right now, Merlin. I would never tell anyone that they're not allowed to join the Discord. One, because it's a PG-13 Discord. Nothing goes on it, so you know anyone can join. Two, what would be the point of me telling people they can't join? Temu version. So that would be like called a what? Penguin. I can't think of another word for club. Penguin group. Happy Penguin Fun Time. Let's fighting love. Hey, thank you, damn. Even people who should be excluded. Are you saying I should exclude Beaver from the Discord? I would never. He behaves himself. Hello, Alex. Thank you. I appreciate it. That is very kind of you to say. No, Merlin, sorry. Don't gaslight me here. I did not say that. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. Get your ass over here. Stupid Yiga. Hey, what's up, Nintendo Ace? Ace. Sheesh, my speaking. Yeah, we are on our way to the Yiga base. My voice scared you? Why? What did I do? Society of Flightless Birds. I like that one, Bella. The group South Pole Bird for joining. Shining Friendship Happy Cold Bird. Reminds me of that one cartoon. I don't know if anyone remembers it, but it's called something Happy Monkey Robot Force Go or something like that. Super Team Monkey Force. I can't remember. You did this Divine Beast second. This is always the last one I do. I don't know. For some reason, it's on the way. if you go like in a circle around the map, it's just, you know, to me, it's just the most logical. Greatly regret. Yeah, because a stupid Thunderblight Ganon is such a pain in the rear. I think in order of like least hardest to hardest, it would definitely have to be the Rito boss. Then I would probably say the water boss, and then the fire boss, and then this one. Not trying to throw it, damn it. There we go. Forgot how to do that. If you copy and paste the link in, for the Twitch with... Wait, is he not able to use the... Whatchamacallit? Is he not able to use the bit.ly link? Ooh, girl, I swear to God. I told you how to access it. bit, period, ly/slackers-discord. I cannot type links in the chat because TikTok is a piece of junk. When you defeat a blight, the others gain more health. Oh, really? I actually never knew that. No, not slackers/discord, slackers-discord. You know what a dash is, right? Hyphen. And I do also try to do all the blights because I know it makes the Ganon fight significantly more difficult because all of the blights will appear in sort of like a excuse me, in sort of like a boss rush gauntlet type of deal. Hey Luna. Hijo. Mija, mira, mira. Do you see that? Did it not appear? Oh my god. See, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know why I spent the time to burn those barrels. It was just fun, I guess. How were you able to post links in my chat? I can't post links in my own chat. What the hell, TikTok? Yeah, maybe tough in the head. Hey, what are you doing here? This is the hideout of those Yiga thieves who stole the Thunder Helm. If they spot you, they'll call their friends for sure. There's no way you can take them all on. If only you had some way of distracting them, but I don't know how. All I ever see them do is patrol and eat bananas. I haven't seen anything else that you could exploit as a weakness. Listen, this place is dangerous. You should get out of here while you can. I can take care of myself. Banana. Okay, let's go. 1v1. You challenge the Slacky, you get the you get the Slacky. Let's go. I can't hold that here. Really? Okay, I'm gonna drop that there. He's gonna go around the corner. Yep, there he goes. He's like, oh, don't mind if I do. Banana. Come on, dude, I know you see the banana. Hi, Olivia. How you doing? How's it going, friend? It worked? Nice. Well, welcome to the Discord. I'm sorry that was such a pain. Yes, Olivia, a chat member. They just came in. Can you not link, please? Stop climbing the walls, you doofus. God, you're like a kid with sugar. Okay. Damn it. Jesus Christ. Okay. Hey, Tails, how's it going? No, Olivia's not your new name, damn. Olivia's the name of another chat member. Bye, Rogue. Oh, he's a gecko, is that why? Oh, I gotta start all over. Yay, cool. House stack. I love that for me. I'm doing all right. How are you doing? Where is he? Hey, what's up, baddie? Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Arrows. This is probably going to be supremely stupid, but I'm going to try anyways. No link. Jesus Christ. Hey, what's up, Nanami? Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. You can share my live as much as you want. Hey, Ducky. How you doing, Ducky? You can't find your bowls? Where did you last leave them? Thank God. Okay. No, no. Go away. I'm doing alright, Ducky. Thanks for asking. Okay, that guy does not move. Got it. You've been moving and stuff is all over the place? Ah, I hate that. Hate when that happens. Nope, I'm just a normal barrel. Just a normal barrel. Go away. Hey, thank you, Dam. Appreciate it. Thank you for sharing the live. No, I don't think I know what you're talking about. Sorry. So close to the home stretch. Can I throw a banana? No, but I can. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Hehehe. Like a pro. You have 3 fridges. What the heck? Why do you have 3 fridges? You can put so many things inside of 3 fridges. Okay, there's a secret door here, but I don't remember how to activate it. Uh-oh. Don't get in trouble now, damn. There we go. Hehe. You're in trouble. Then go. Go. Go do your stuff. Don't get in trouble. It's weird to think that down in that hole right now is the underground portion of Hyrule. Hey. Who the heck are you? And what are you doing in my napping spot? Wait a minute. That thing on your hip, would it be a Sheikah slate? If it's a Sheikah slate, then that means... Yeah, it's you! You're that Link guy I've been looking for. What luck! My scouts are out in the field looking high and low, but you just wander into my hideout. Oh, excuse me. I haven't introduced myself yet. I am the leader of the Yiga clan. Strong, the burly, the one, the only, Master Koga. Now prepare yourself. Okay, hold on. Oh, no. I think that's... I don't... Hey, Jesus. I don't remember what that is. Okay, forgive me. I still need to learn. Alright, is it metal? No, it's not metal.
Protection is now ready to roll.
I don't remember how to do this part. Like that. Okay. I don't have any arrows. Got 'em. Extra cheesy nachos. Yo, you gonna share? I want some extra cheesy nachos. Okay, this part I do not remember how to do. Okay, can I stop them? I cannot stop them. Oh, no, I remember what to do. But I don't have any arrows. Don't have any arrows, guys. This is looking kind of bad. Where's all the damn bananas I just picked up? Time to get a potassium overload. Because I definitely need arrows for this part. Or wait, hold on. Do I? Can I stop him? No, I can't. Dang. Hold on a sec, Master Koga. I need to find arrows. Hold that thought. You know what? Maybe I can use, if I eat. Maybe I can use the Master Sword. Oh. There we go. Okay. 'Cause as soon as one of those rocks goes above his head, we zap him. Just like that. What's up, Stingray? How you doing? Hey, Skivvy! What's going on? How you doing, friend? You're Skivvy. And this one is metal. Metal. Rock. Metal. You are Cornholio? I am Cornholio. I need TP for my bunghole. Who would have thought I'd be done in by this, and by this guy of all people? You think I'm just going to let this stand, do you? I almost lost my temper there. Ah, what a pain. I can't go out this way. What to do, what to do. Hey, Rexy, thank you for the lurk. I got it. Ah, I need to bust out my serious moves, a secret technique taught by my father's mother's father. It will destroy you. This is the end. uh, huh. Maybe it's just a tad too big. Are you still over there? Well, no matter. Pretty soon you'll be gone. And not just from my line of sight. Only the leader of the Yiga clan can use this secret technique. And he's gone. Coward, I shall be remembered. The Yiga clan will track you to the ends of Hyrule. Burp, burp. He got squishalated. What's up, Yuji? Thunderhelm. 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 Ah, you guys are so sweet. Hey, I mean, you know what? That can still be nice, Merlin. Comfort can still be nice. All right, time to re-assify myself. Hey girls, what's up? It's me, your girl Link. Back in town with the Thunderhelm. You sure about that? Hey Allie, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Uh-oh, where's Riju? If you are looking for Lady Riju, she's on the second floor. Okay. Normally whoa. Or sleeping quarters, huh? Alright, I'll be on my best behavior. You doing good? Awesome, I'm glad to hear that. Hello, Lady Riju. Where are you? Oh wait, I passed by her. I'm so stupid. I just like completely looked like right over her. I've been waiting for you. Oh, you needn't say a word. As a chief of the Gerudo, I can sense the power of the heirloom flowing from you. I know that you've succeeded. I am, as you have no doubt noticed, still but a child. People look on me with nothing but warmth in their eyes, but even this brings me some pain, I must admit. I've tried so hard to be worthy of their love, to be a worthy chief, and to prove to myself that I was worthy too. When my family heirloom was stolen, I felt though a shadow had fallen over me. Yes, your arrival in the midst of all this must be the work of Lady Urbosa. Now, please give me the helm. Don't mind the cheese stains on it now. How do I look? Like a dork. I mean, oh, you look cool. Okay, while this scene plays, I'm gonna go get another drink real quick, okay? BRB. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
Ah, well, you certainly got here fast. I should have expected as much. From the princess's own appointed night. She was out on a survey all day today. Still as the sands now. So, spill it, boy. Have the two of you been getting along all right? It's okay, I know. Your silence speaks volumes. She gets frustrated every time she looks up and sees you carrying that sword on your back. It makes her feel like a failure when it comes to her own destiny. Don't worry, it's not like you carry blame in any of this. It's
Okay, I'm back.
She's put in
What's up,
more
Rain
than
Fox? How you
time.
doing?
Ever since
Welcome,
she was
welcome.
a young girl, she's gone through rigorous daily routines to show her dedication. She once passed out in the freezing waters trying to access this sealing power. And she has nothing to show for it. That's the motivation driving her research. I'd be doing the same thing. She really is quite special.
Special.
You be sure to protect her with your life. It's quite the honor. The night brings a chill. It's probably time we take her
What in the world are you guys talking about over there?
Or...
What was that? What was that? Did you feel that? Wait, what? How did you... What are you doing here?
That's a little rude, don't you think?
What's so funny?
Is what good? What's wrong? You're just staring. Anyway, what matters now is... How is it? Do I look alright? It looks good. I see. The threat Divine Beast Va Naboris poses has only grown since we began searching for the heirloom. I believe that Gerudo Town itself may be in danger before too long. As chief and as Gerudo, I must find some way to stop the thing before it threatens my people. Will you help me?
Welcome back
Who
from
would
the
have
ad
thought
break.
that just before such a momentous
if you
battle?
Hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
Thank you, Foxy. Hearing a simple, confident pledge of support from you would be what puts me at ease. I'll head out now. Let's meet up at the lookout post south of town. There's only one way to get close to Naboris, and that's with the help of a sand seal. The lookout post isn't too far from town, but you should take a sand seal there. You can get some practice in that way. I'll be there waiting for you with my favorite sand seal, Patricia. That's not a seal-related pun name. Still, it is a little big. Have a good night, Shark. Thank you for being here. Appreciate ya. Yeah, that's right. I go downstairs in style. Oh my goodness, guys. You know Valentine's is still a week away, right? Gosh darn it. Forgot I gotta sneak up on them. Come here, you oversized fish thing. Oh! I'm sneaking up on you, man. Hehehe, gotcha. Oop. You joined the server? Yay. Now you'll know every time I go live. Get on out of here. Okay. Golden bow. Don't eat it. I'm shocked. Despite what the chief said, I wasn't expecting someone as short as you. But the chief must have had her reasons for believing you can fight the divine beast. She's waiting for you at the top of the lookout post. Hurry up. Yeah, you know what? Link is a short king, alright? Hey, thank you for the rose. Thank you, thank you. Wait, up there? It's okay, Merlin. You and I can just chat while they do their thing. Well then, that's what you really look like, huh? No, I'm still wearing... Oh. Right, I forgot I changed shirts. Heh. With Vo banned from town, it's not very common for me to see someone like you. What a sight. Divine Beast Va Naboris is pretty intimidating. Thank you for the rose. If we want to get close enough to that thing, we'll need to use sand seals. Are you ready? I had a burrito, Merlin. What did you have for dinner? Feeling confident? Good. Let's get going then. First, we'll use the sand seals to get in really close to that thing. I'll take the lead. I'm counting on you to shoot at its feet with bomb arrows. Naboris draws energy from the ground to keep moving. If you can damage the feet, I think you can stop it. Those lightning strikes, though, getting hit even once could prove fatal. The Thunder Helm can repel the lightning strikes, protecting me from harm. But it can also shield a limited area around me. You'll have to stay close if you don't want to get shocked. And listen, if you're too injured to keep fighting, promise me you'll retreat here to the lookout post. Dang, thank you, Dam. Thank you for all the gifts. You just love burritos? I just love burritos too. Don't do anything reckless under any circumstances. What's your favorite meat in a burrito? Here are some Gerudo bomb arrows. There aren't many, so be sure to put them to good use. 20. This is the last time I'll ask. Are you ready? I was born ready. Would you give me a bit of room, just for a moment? Thank you, Dam. Oh my goodness. You're just showering me with gifts. Thank you. You love steak in your burritos? Asada or regular steak? My name is Riju, descendant of the royal line and leader of the Gerudo people. With the power of the heirloom passed down in my family, I shall calm the divine beast Va Naboris. Ancestors of the Gerudo, answer my call. Aid me in this task. Thunder helmet activated. You said the correct passphrase. Yes, Asada? Yeah. Chipotle sometimes has this really good steak that I like to put in mine. Otherwise, I usually just get a al pastor. Oh wow, I can feel their power coursing through me. And no, I didn't eat Chipotle tonight. I actually went to a taqueria. Let's move. Yeah, Chipotle is pretty good. But you shouldn't eat too much of it. What's up, Tia? How you doing? Lady Urbosa, please grant Link and me your protection. Oh my goodness. What have I done to deserve such treatment? Oh, too fast. Too fast, Linky.
Over here.
I know over here. This damn seal's too fast.
Follow me.
And you're too slow. There we go. How you doing, Tia? You sure about that, Merlin? Because it sounds like you were pretty into saying that. Nuh-uh, you are, Tia. You mean contradicting? And yes, I'm very good at contradicting. There she is. Va Naboris. Yo, girl, stop moving.
Together.
This is your fault.
Here we go. Over here.
Stop moving, stop moving, stop moving, stop moving, stop moving. Oh my Lanta, stop moving. It's your fault. You're lucky I had Fish Wife. Riju, you suck at this.
Over here.
Over here, she says. Dude, I can't get close enough to you. Alright, Daeum, thanks for being here. Aim for the feet. I always do. Okay, just slow down. Just stay there. There we go.
All right, now.
This reminds me of Star Wars. Ah. Sorry, Seal. No, 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 no. Riju, stay in place. God damn it. What is your problem? Turn around. There we go. Girl, I ain't wandering off. What are you talking about? Bye, Deum. Thank you for all the gifts. I appreciate it. Worth it. Hold on, I can't see what you're saying, Merlin. Give me a sec. God. Seal. All right, here we go. Good enough. Deep gameplay. Are you making fun of me? Oh, get on! Link, please! Dude, Jesus. See, not only is the boss of this one annoying, but getting on the damn thing is annoying too. Is that it? We got it. Okay. Ah, my Lanza. Striking a JoJo pose. Anyway, sorry, what were you saying, Merlin? Could you make a kind of teeny bit long intro? What do you mean? What's that? Oh, you mean intro for you?
I have no choice but to entrust the rest to you.
Yeah, sure, go for it. Of course.
Don't let us down.
Oh, I'm gonna let you down. Don't even worry about it. Oh boy. All right.
Well, well, well. You sure do know how to keep a woman waiting. I can't wait to see you take no orders back from Ganon. One thing at a time. You'll need a map to find your way around.
Oh my goodness, this already looks so confusing.
Head over to that guidance stone over there.
You had to force your friend to wear her glasses? Well, aren't you a good friend? That's very nice of you. Hey, don't move. Stay right there. Stay right there. A minus 0.6 to a minus 2.1. Is that your prescription? Or the what is it, the focal strength? Yeah, let's see if I can get this. Because I almost never can. Oh, come on! Ever, I didn't want that stupid chest anyways. What's up, Ducky? 10, not 20? What do you mean? Your other eye is minus 2. Oh my goodness. That's a heck of a prescription right there. You just got your 10 stream streak? Heck yeah. Let's go. Good job, Ducky. Oh my god, that was terrible. You are such a loyal viewer of mine. I appreciate it. Is it something that they can fix with laser surgery, or are your eyeballs just stuck like that? Can't remember if this is actually the strat. This really makes me nervous though. Oh my god. You can't imagine yourself without glasses. You know what? Fair. If they become a part of you, then yeah, you can't. You just can't ditch them, right? That's fair. You're not a Zelda fan, really? Why is that? You don't like Zelda, Ducky? I mean, that's totally fine. I'm, you know, everybody has their own tastes. Okay. This is where the confusion starts. Oh boy, I'm really not looking forward to fighting this boss. I'm wondering if I should just go to town and cook some electric dinner meals first before fighting it.
Good work getting a map of the divine.
You're gonna make a
place.
crazy breakfast? What does a crazy breakfast have in it?
Terminals that control Naboris are noted by a series of glowing points on your map. Take Naboris back by activating all of the terminals. You're ready for this.
I don't know about ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. more than one food? Okay, let's not go in circles again with how you're gonna cook it, so I'm just not gonna ask. I don't think that's the intended way of doing that, but you know what? I don't care. Egg sandwich. Ooh, yummy egg sandwich. Okay. Well, that was pointless. All consoles needed new names. PlayStation is PlayStation because they re-released... Oh, it's PlayStation. Xbox is Breadbox because the logo is frickin' sourdough bread. Nintendo is No Friendo. They'd sue you because your name is Mario. You know what? That's pretty good. Steam Deck is a machine. Steam Deck is just hands down the best console. I'm sorry. You can't convince me otherwise. Like, it can do almost everything. Ditch the banana. You have Elmi Puro. What is that? Did the Finnish people invent their own banana? Hey, what's up? Welcome back, Merlin. Did you finally finish your homework? What's the point of this area? Really? You like the meta quest? Better than the Steam VR? Oh, you were making your introduction. Oh, okay. It's porridge in rice form. Oh. What do you add to it? You stick like a bunch of fruit in it, or what? No, Link. Ay, pues. Okay. I think I'm supposed to get up into that area up there. I think. Cinnamon sugar. Oh, okay. That almost kind of reminds me of arroz con leche. I'm sure Merlin knows what I'm talking about, right? Ouch. Said arroz con leche. You know what that is, right? It almost kind of sounds like what she's talking about. You reach level 7? Heck yeah. What was the point in this? Oh, we're inside Naboris's head. This is my girl's head right here. But the thing is down below. Okay. You're cooking your egg? Okay. How are you cooking it? What style are you cooking your egg? Steam VR got announced. Oh, man. Hey, you know what? That's fair. No one could expect you to pay again. Did you just call me a thing? What the heck? No, 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 no. Did you not hear what I just said? I said, what style are you cooking your egg? Scrambled, over easy, fried, not in a pan. I'm not asking you how you're cooking it. I'm asking you in what style. Yeah, no me escuches. Okay, that's whatever. I give up. No me importa. Okay, how do I get to these things? Ugh. What do you mean, why is your cat being a freak? I mean, cats are just like that. I don't know what to tell you. Cats are just weird. Just go that way? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll just go that way. Thanks. You listening to yourself? Ooh. Hey, that's not what I wanted to do. Valve owes you an explanation as to why you couldn't use Steam for a month. Apparently somebody accidentally reported you and Steam doesn't do customer service kind of thing. Yeah. If you got a VAC ban, good luck getting that off your record. Even if it's a false VAC ban. That's one of those things that really bothers me about Steam. If you get VAC banned... Huh. Hey, Silver, how you doing? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. I'm doing alright. How are you doing? I think I know what I need to do. I'm here. You see how nice people can be to me, Tia? That didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. I know I gotta get inside there somehow. There's not you too, Merlin. Jeez. You guys are so nice to me. You feel like making a YouTube video? Do it. Put him on blast. Yeah, no, that's the unfortunate thing. VAC bans, it doesn't matter how a VAC ban got onto your account. It's on there for good. It's really dumb. Sure. I'm watching you.
There are 4 terminals remaining. I'm counting on you.
I mean, usually, typically, the only thing a vac ban really, like, prevents you from doing is, like, if you just have one vac ban, it's usually like, oh, you can't trade. So, you know, if you do a lot of trading, then, Madam, I resent that. I am not mean. I put up with so much with you guys. You don't know how to buy basic games? What do you mean? Not you too. I eat kale from a bowl. Do you think I'm a freaking rabbit or something? Nande. Oh, earlier while I was at work, supposed to be working, I was watching these funny videos. They're like these Japanese English teaching shows, I guess. And they were having like idols basically try to do things like order like rooms, like they, you know, try to like do reservations in a room and whatnot. Oh, I gotta go over there. And one of them was like, oh, you need to call the receptionist because there's a cockroach in your room and you need to ask them to bring the bug spray to kill it. And there's this one girl on the show. Oh, damn it. This one girl on the show who's like, you know, English isn't her first language, obviously, you know, or I shouldn't say first language, like English, she isn't very like strong in it. And her like way that she handles words that she doesn't understand, she just tells people to shut up, and then she's like, kill, 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 die. That's, he's like super aggressive with English. That's super funny. I can't remember what it's called, but if I ever find it, I might put it in the what do you call it, in the Discord so people can watch it. And then she was trying to tell the guy that there's a cockroach in her room. I mean, it wasn't a real cockroach, obviously, it was a toy one, but she's trying to tell him, and she can't think of the words for like cockroach and bug spray, so she's basically telling this guy like, you kill, come spray, kill, you now die. And the guy's on the phone like, you want me to die? I don't understand. You gotta love people who are just learning English and like they're doing their best. I absolutely love it. Your IQ is like 90? I mean, I don't think Valve goes off of your IQ. Well, excuse me. Well, they're not perfect, you know? They're prone to mistakes too, man. They are but humans. But also, I think it's just the system that they have in place. Otherwise, it would be very easy to evade VAC bans, and then scammers would never get punished. Someone texts you and you answer fast and they disappear and never text again. Huh. Be glad you don't text me because I take forever to text back. What was the point of doing this? Where am I? Oh, I'm in the tail? So the tail got raised up.
That's what she said.
Ouch. I am so glad I'm past that stage in my life, I'm not gonna lie. What is going on? What am I supposed to be doing? Okay, maybe it's... Okay. I see an elevator going up, but it's not near here. Hmm. Hmm. Herm. Suggest a game to stream. What kind of games are you into? I mean, I know you're into Goat Sim. That's it. What's your preferred type of game? Because if you're into simulators, there's a lot of those like job type simulators people like watching. Especially if you're entertaining. I mean, if you're, you know, being more entertaining than me is very not hard to do, so you ain't got your work cut out for you much. VR job sim. Oh yeah, there's that one too. Since you have VR. Hey SKZ, how you doing? Since you have VR, Ducky, you can play that job simulator game.
Miva's grace is ready.
Have you ever heard of that one, Ducky? Really, that's your favorite game ever? I need to get my VR stuff out of storage so that I can stream VR games. Because I checked and I calculated and I have just enough room in my living room to be able to play VR. It's a tight fit. It's a wee bit cramped, but I can do it. That, and also I want to save up for the Steam VR. Aki, hi Aki. Look everybody, the stream just got 1,000,000 times better. It's Aki. But yeah, I want to save up for either the Steam VR, because that's like, it would save me a lot of pain because the cords are so bad. I did not say that, Merlin. Wow.
There are 3 terminals remaining.
Did you hear those
And
words come out of my mouth? No. Simulator Sandbox 3D Comedy Story. Goat Sim Remastered Gmod with mods. Portal 2. I mean, those are all solid choices, to be honest. Try like Gmod with mods. That would be a lot of fun. Hey, thank you for sharing, Aki. Appreciate it. When was the last time I got excited? Well, you see, when Aki comes to my stream, she doesn't berate me and call me names and bully me, so... You tell me. Are you sure about that? can't believe I missed that. No. Now, let's not be dramatic. Yeah, but like I'm the only one though, Aki, so that's not really saying much. I am the only slacker to ever exist. I'm like Tigger, the only of my species. Portal 2 co-op, Goats and 3G mod. I mean, sure. Those sound like fun co-op games. Just know though that due to our time differences and my notoriously difficult schedule, it's a little bit difficult to schedule stuff like that.
Stay focused.
You know what? You threaten to unfollow me like once a week. Tia. I don't believe you. Ay, mujeres. No, you didn't. Okay. So the next one is right up here. We get over there. Yeah, see? You can't stay unfollowed for long. You just can't stay away from me. That's okay. Yeah, she thinks she's tough. She thinks she's tough. School holidays? I got no holidays coming up soon. That's a problem. I got like a vacation planned in a couple of months and that's it, but I'm gonna be out of the country, so I will not be streaming at that point. Usually for me, the best time is during my winter break because I get like 3 weeks off. So, you know, I don't know how your breaks work in Australia, but if you have the same amount of time off as I do, then that would be the best time to do it. All right, you got it, bud. I gotta get up there somehow. I don't see the eyeball to kill the wall there. Am I missing something? Maybe if I go around the corner here. Oi, 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 oi. Okay, there we go. Eyeball, where are you? I've come to poke your eye out. I come to stab you in the eye. You cannot hide from me forever. Where? How we get around this place? No eyeballs there. I'm about to poke my own eye out. This is frustrating. Is it down inside there? But I don't know how to get down there. Oy, 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 oy. I don't even know how to get away from this part here. Kind of really screwed myself over by doing this. Oh well. Slowly, sadly, I drift downwards. Oops. Thank you, Aki. Oh, also, I didn't say thank you for the other gifts. I'm sorry. Thank you, Aki. You know what? I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, that'll go that way. Oh, and then I just bleep. Perhaps if I flip myself around. Oh, I already locked this one. So dumb. Okay, maybe. Okay, hold on. Let's go over here. Maybe there's something in the ceiling I'm missing. Oh, cool. That's definitely what I wanted to do. What's up, summertime? I can be everybody's Valentine. I did it again. Everyone. Every single one of you. So I expect a lot of chocolates. Oh, wow. Okay, you know what? I didn't offer it to you anyways. It's not like I would want something like that anyways, Baka. How the frick do I get up there, dog? Okay, maybe if we like zoom in on the camera. Okay, over here. There's that. Maybe I have to go across. Yeah, maybe that's what I gotta do. I gotta go across. 2026 is already freaking crazy. Dude, I'm American. You don't have to tell me that. Okay? 2026 is like the worst year in our history at the moment. Ain't gotta tell me twice, dog. No, sorry. Foxy's already my Valentine. You can't have him. Nope, sorry. Too bad. Dude, that's cage too? Nande. Thank you, Aki. You already have someone? You're just coping now because you can't have Foxy. Sounds like massive cope to me. Guys, I think I'm a little lost. Hey Zaddy, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Mm-hmm. Sure. Whatever you say. I totally believe you. Only 2 times? Well, that's because it's a brand new feature.
Sarsity
don't
wants
worry.
you to hydrate. Get to it, you thirsty bitch.
Okay. I shall hydrate.
Hello there.
There you go. Hydrate. What did you just say, Aki? Did you seriously just try to do a 6-7 in my chat? Why did my water bottle start singing? Because it's a talented water bottle, that's why. Hey, what's up, kitty? I don't know what I'm doing. Gotta get up there somehow. And in 2026, no less, right? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Yeah, take that, Aki. She 8-9'd you. Oh my god. Okay, so it's right there in the middle. This map doesn't really make any damn sense to me. Okay, maybe on the camel's neck? Is that what we gotta do? This don't do nothing right here. Alright, here's what we'll do. We'll get everything turning like this. This thing looks like it's from Goat Sim. Can you imagine if they actually added Vondaboris to Goat Sim? That'd be cool. Thank you, Aki. You see, Aki gets her revenge by throwing things at my head, so it's all good. How you doing, kitty? You having a good Wednesday evening? Okay, now we make the camel drop its neck. Revenge to the revenge, yes. Ooh. Okay, alright, Vondaboris, don't screw me over here, you got it? Oops. Is it not rotating? Oh, it is rotating, okay. No, Link! Oh! That made my freaking heart drop, dude. Your legs feel broken. If you broke your leg, you would know. Believe me. You know, if it hurts a little bit, you probably just need to elevate it and put some ice on it. But believe me, you would know if you broke your leg. Hey SKZ, how you doing? Spiritually broken? Yeah, okay. That works too. I'm doing good too. Thank you very much. Can you imagine, like, you go to a spiritual doctor and you're like, oh, my leg hurts, but it feels like I broke it. And they're like, no, your leg spirit has just given up. And you're like, what? I didn't know my legs had spirit. Yeah, they're tired of your shit, so they just gave up. You never broken a single bone in your life? Well, you got plenty of time, especially at that age, Ducky. But you know what? I'm not gonna say it because I will jinx myself. Let's just say that I can neither confirm nor deny the breaking of any of my bones. Say what? What do you want me to say? You guys are freaking out. What do I need to say? The thing, what? What? I don't know what you guys said. What did you say? What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that I'm in the same boat as you, Ducky. That I also have not done the thing that you are saying that you have not done either. I'm trying to not jinx myself, so don't make me say it, okay? No, I'm not saying anything until you tell me what it is you want me to say.
If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
Believe me, I have learned from you two. To not just say random things that you want me to say. Okay. Where's the frickin' eyeball on this thing? Maybe it's down. Uh-huh, I hear you. Where are you? There you are. Thank you, Aki. I'm getting flashbacks from the thank you. Yeah, you know what? That's it too. You guys with your stupid thank you thing. Say thank you, say thank you, say it 30 times. And I'm like, why? Ha 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 ha, we're gonna clip that. Ha 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 ha. Pinches payasos. That's what you guys are. You're a bunch of freaking clowns. Yeah, there you go. You got your thank you. Let's leave that number in 2025. Yeah, let's leave it behind. Leave it behind us. Now, whenever we count, we're gonna skip it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, there's the eyeball. I didn't see it. Oh, Aki doesn't want me to say 8, 9 either. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I think I gotta like balance beam myself over that. Something fricky is going on here. What am I supposed to do? No. You can't get Bandaki, you're a mod. Why? Why? Why did you do this to me? Well, at least I can get down here. Huh? Now what am I supposed to do? Hi, Yuki. Midnight for you? Oh, you're like 3 hours ahead of me, huh? Haha, bye, Tia. Get your butt to school. You'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you're right, huh? I just need to skip one number. I don't need to skip all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. I mean, I'm only taking like 1 point of IQ damage when I say it like that, so it's okay. We're good. Jalapeno chip cut the top of your mouth. Oh, is it the kettle corn one? Or not kettle corn. Is it the kettle cooked jalapeno chips? Because those do that to me all the time. Yeah. I love them, but man, they slice my freaking mouth up. Same with Doritos. Like every time I eat Doritos, they always find a way to jam themselves into my freaking gums. And it's like I'm not eating them like a crazy person, you know, like no, I like eat them normally. And whoop, right into my damn gums.
Just one terminal remaining. You're almost there.
You get so nervy. What's nervy? Is that another sling thing? Or is that stupid thing you guys wanted me to say? It's cutesy for nervous. Oh, okay. You see what happens, Aki? They got me freaking, like, terrified. Oh my god. Get off the fridge. Hey. Get down. Freaking cat, guys. Oh, hey, I see one of the balls I need. My freaking cat, dude. Freaking Pepper, guys. Climbing on top of the fridge. She knows she's not supposed to do that. But she just looks at me like, what are you gonna do about it? Don't yell. I'll yell all I want. Also, I didn't yell, so it's okay. Don't worry. It doesn't matter if I yell at her or not. She looks at me like I'm stupid anyways. Gonna make her cry? No. Pepper don't cry, trust me. She is, as you kids say, tough. Hey, hello Evie, how you doing? What is this supposed to do? Judgmental kitty. Yep, yep. She's a little judgmental thing. That is for darn sure. You love when I use your sling? Yeah, but then the thing is, like, if I start using it a lot, then you're gonna be getting kids come in here like, oh, you're so cringy. Stop it, Unc. Quit saying our words. Ew, you're so schlungus. You're not allowed to blort my glungo. I don't know what the fuck you kids are saying. Oh, there is an elevator. Okay. Oh boy, y'all got the group chat laughing with that one. Maybe if I just put it in the middle. Hold on. How far can this go? Oh. There we go. Okay, where is this other ball? There it is. Get over here. Where do you think you're going? Your friend influenced you to say 6'7"? I remember when 6'7" first became a thing and people kept coming into my chat like, hey, don't say 6'7", and I'm like, I didn't know what it was. I'm like, why are they like freaking out about the number 67? Did something happen to the number 69? Like, did we like change up 69 as a joke? What's going on? Then it turns out, no, it's just a dumb meme. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I do not remember where the room is that I need to put these two spherical objects. Alright, Ducky. Enjoy your stream, man. Thank you for being here. Sorry if you already said that like an hour ago. I'm just not very observant. You can't go to hell, you're all out of vacation days? Yeah, don't worry, me too. I think I got like 2 days left of PTO because of all the vacation days I've taken. But you know what? It's worth it. I'd do it all again. Welcome back, Tia. Okay. Oh, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I see. I get the picture. Drop it, Link. What does this do? Thank you, Aki. Oh, thank you for the other heart, Miyuki. I'm sorry I didn't see that. You have to go to the outside world. Haha. Go touch grass. We're all gonna be here enjoying Zelda.
Well done. That was the last of the terminals. Now,
You don't
I
have
need to
grass?
start
What do you
updating
have in
control.
Finland? Do you have anything?
Take a good look at your map. Head for the glowing mark you see there.
And don't say
You're
socialized
doing well.
healthcare because
Build
that
the
doesn't work on
confidence
me
in
anymore,
your
okay?
deadly foe.
I stopped being sad about that. Hey Deku, how you doing? What's going on, man? Okay, now I gotta go down. Down, 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 I get around. Round, 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 I get around. Oh my goodness, thank you, Aki. That's a lot of gifts. Why are none of them being thrown at my head? There we go. A lot of snow. Okay, okay. Don't rub it in. You know what? We got a lot of record snow in our mountains here. And it's the one year that we're not gonna go to the freaking up into the mountains this year. But you know what? It is what it is. It flurried in Florida. That's a very like poetic way to say it. I like that. I wouldn't say that, Tia. I think she just likes throwing things at my head. Hey, thank you for the share, Yuji. What's up? What's up? How you doing? Alright, guys, this is gonna be real difficult because this guy sucks. It snowed for 5 minutes. Oh my goodness. Got hella money? Well, that doesn't mean you can't give me my 300 galaxies, okay?
Stay on your edge, Link. This formidable adversary was made by Ganon and brought me to a warrior's demise 100 years ago. Do not allow them to be your end. Fight for your life. And it's death.
Yeah, Merlin owes me 300 galaxies.
This thing is fast. Watch yourself.
It is fast. Let's change up the battlefield. Oh, I can't. Never mind. Hey, John, how's it going? Welcome, welcome, my friend. Oh, I don't have full HP, no wonder. Oh, I hate these guys. These guys suck. Also, let me put on my armor. And let me chug a bunch of food. I'm doing alright, John. How are you doing? How are you doing? I still got my babushka head on. Ah, you bitch. Luckily it was just my shield. Yeah, don't know how to tell you this, but telling me to be careful is not gonna make me be careful. Oh! Oh, scheisse. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, there you are. It's not doing any damage to him. Oh, wait. I think I just remembered. I'm supposed to make one of these touch him, right? Where are you? There you are. Okay. Here, electrocute yourself. Come on, electrocute yourself. This is what you want, right? Oh shit. Good job, Link. Goodbye, Tia. Enjoy your day. Oh, okay. Thank you, Fishwife. Okay, it definitely has something to do with the freaking spikes. I don't exactly remember what I'm supposed to do, so apologies. Yo, what's up, Nanami? I definitely think I gotta get it to electrocute itself, if I remember correctly. Come on, electrocute yourself. Yeah, there we go. Bitch. Beautiful. Can't see a thing. No, can't die here. Okay. Oh. Oh, get parried. Get parried. Thou art a little tart, and you are now dead. Link falls so elegantly, like a little petal. You think John did? Yeah, he likes to hop in, throw things at my face, and then leave. Your house is vibrating? Turn down the volume. That's actually the first time I've killed this thing in one go. The last 2 times I played this game, it took me like 3 tries. Have you tried turning it on and off? That's my thing. Hockey, you can't steal my job. Elase I ka bretahe. What language is that, Merlin? Elase I ka bretahe. Oh, is that Simlish? Why did I spio-announce it? She's speaking the language of the gods. Oops. Yo, what's up, Maddie? Is the stream stuttering? Is it? Anybody on Twitch want to tell me if the stream's stuttering? Let me check real quick. Let's see, bill rate's
I knew
fine.
you wouldn't let us down, Link. Thanks to your valor and skill, my soul is free, and Noboros is ours once again.
If you thought it was
Dream
just you, why didn't you
triumph,
say
we will
something?
complete what we started years ago. We Gerudo have no tolerance for unfinished business.
No, it looks fine to me.
I've waited so long for the moment to see you finally rush.
Urbosa.
As well as for the moment when I incinerate Ganon.
What's
into a
up, Mommy
pile of
Urbosa? How you doing? How you
Which
doing?
reminds me, I wanted to give you a little something. Please
Oh.
accept this gift, which has come to be
Don't
known
mind
as
if I do.
Urbosa's Fury.
You can
It
give
will
me
no
any
doubt
gift you
be of
want.
use to you.
See, Urbosa is my true Valentine. Snap. You sounded like a
But
motorcycle.
you and the princess, I know you've suffered much. But this
Don't
is
worry,
all
you
that's got
guys
to
are my
happen.
Valentine
No
too.
one need carry blame.
Everybody
So
is my
please,
Valentine.
Make it clear so she understands that.
Like I said, I expect a lot of
Give her
chocolates
chance
though.
and worries. And let her know
Hmm?
I couldn't be more proud of her. You take good care of the princess. Oh, and also, take good care of Hyrule.
I could do without the high roll. It's okay. Dark chocolate? Get that out of here. No. I hate dark chocolate. Also white chocolate. Get that out of here. And you know what? You're right. I didn't specify. I also didn't specify if I have to eat it or not, so I'm gonna sell it on the black chocolate market. Hmm. You know what? I'm not gonna give your ears back next time someone takes them away. In fact, I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna sell them on the Black Fox market. And you'll never see them again.
Noboru, Legend of the Gerudo, celebrated over ages. And you, who were named to honor her. You are a legend as
Noboru.
well. Isn't that right, Noborus? The bitter essence of defeat from a century ago.
Alright, Ganananan. Time to get your butt kicked. I mean, not now.
Is now in the past.
I think we'll spend the rest of the stream trying to get the Helion shield.
And that will make this victory all the more satisfying.
My god, she could just crush Ganon with those freaking abs.
Once
Just
we
like
establish
slide
our
his face up and down them and his face will get
it will
grinded
be up
into
to
a fine
Link to
powder.
keep Ganon occupied until the moment we unleash our strike.
Fight at Panera or Starbucks?
That moment
Mmm.
is going to be so delicious.
Panera, because they have those supercharged lemonades. My god, is Twitch really stuttering? Hold on. Is it the sound? What are you guys hearing? The game. Oh, okay.
Thanks to you, all of the divine beasts have returned to us.
Okay, maybe I
And
can
since
try
the
hey
champions
Aki,
of
welcome to
the
Twitch. Maybe I can try restarting the
all be
what do you
awaiting
call it?
your clash with Ganon at
My capture card. Give me a sec. I will restart the capture card. First I'll save just in case it decides to be silly. Okay. Here we go. Do 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 do. All right. Also, hi Lala. Long time no see. How are you? Is the games wait, it's even happening on TikTok? Oh, I hear it now. What the hell? That's weird. Okay, hold up. What is no, I don't want to do analog audio. That'll break something. Do 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 do. Does it still sound? You've been lurking in and out? Okay. That's all right. Is it still doing it? Maybe it's the Switch. Okay, hold up. Here's what we'll do. I'll restart the Switch real quick. This will take a moment. I don't leave my Switch in sleep mode, so I'm not really sure why it could potentially be doing that. Oh, and my controller turned off. Come on, wake up. Welcome back, Nanami. You feeling better? Good, 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 good. Just tired? Yeah, me too. I cannot wait for the weekend. Hurry up, weekend. Get your butt over here. All right. Tell me if you guys hear the stuttering still, okay? We are gonna go to Hyrule Castle. Yes. Okay, but first I want to get the tower for this area here. I don't like leaving the game without a complete map. Let me check on TikTok. Oh, and by the way, Aki, I don't know if you noticed, but I did. I have dual display now. So if you watch the stream on PC, there will be a landscape version, and if you watch on mobile, there's the usual portrait version. Hey, what the heck? I didn't know that the game didn't come back up on TikTok. I'm sorry, guys. TikTok, what is going on? Wake up. What is going on? Why are we doing this? Hold up. Let me do... You're going to see 2 slackers, so give me a sec. Go. And... There we go. All right, back to normal. All right, Nanami, all good. It's okay. You can tell me if I'm boring. I won't mind. You know what I'm gonna do? I think, since nobody is using Foxy tonight, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the script. That'll save us some resources. Okay. Maybe that'll stop some of the stuttering that we're hearing. Okay, where is this tower? We should be seeing it right along the ridge here. I don't see it. Okay, we're probably gonna have to go over the mountain. It's stuttering because I'm so tough and intimidating. No, Maddie, it's okay. I appreciate it. Like, I had no idea that it was happening, so I appreciate you telling me. And I'm not entirely sure why it's doing it. It's probably just my dumb computer. As per the usual. You know what? We'll get this tower later, because I don't want to waste what little time I have left getting it. Where is Hyrule Castle? There it is. Okay. We are going to go try our hand at getting the Hylian shield. Your cat has the zoomies? Yeah, it's about that time of night. I think my cat's... Pepper's going to get the zoomies here in a minute. It's okay, Nanami. Don't worry. I will consider you an honorary member of the Foxy Club. Don't worry. Her eyes are pitch black. Yep. Oi, what? You're shooting me already, eh? I just got here. Oh, stop it, you. Keep going. I need to take some of those emotes that I was making on Emote Lab and upload them here so you guys can see them, and you can tell me if it looks anything like Slack. Actually, I'll put them in the Discord server, and then everybody could tell me if they look anything like me. Believe me, I tried my best to make them look like me, but it's kind of hard to recreate perfection, you know? I couldn't say that with a straight face. It's during talking that you can really tell. Oh, okay. Probably, probably the 2 audio things fighting. Ever since I turned off what do you call it? There's a setting in Windows where you can allow applications to take direct control of the microphone. Ever since I turned that off because it was breaking something, it's also been causing some other audio issues, so I don't know. Conclusion, Windows sucks. You got anything for me, bruv? No? Hey, there's a shrine here. There it is. Wait, what are you talking about, Merlin? What are you? Katachuki. That sounds like a tease. Like Jabba the Hutt cursing at you. Katachuki. Unga wanga choki. Krishka ba wunga. Oh, it's a minor test. Okay, we can do this. Okay, it's okay, Linky. Don't be scared. Oh, that. Oh. Thank you, Nanami. Oh, Master Sword running on low on energy. All right, we'll just break it. Idiot. Yeah, Merlin, because foxes have feelings too. Did you ever consider that, huh? Royal halberd. No, give me the halberd. I don't want this. You can have it. Stellar Blade was destroying you. Yeah, Stellar Blade is difficult. Especially when you play on the frickin' hard mode. That game is difficult. But I wouldn't expect anything less from the people who made Nikke. Because it's funny, Merlin. Because it's funny. No, I just like being a troll. I'm a fox, after all. What do you expect? You expect anything less? Foxes are tricksters. Oh yeah, how's Ghost of Yote, Maddie? Did you beat that already? And if so, is it any good? Oh my goodness, look at all the damn guardians. I don't remember where the dude that sells you guardian stuff is. He's in Necluda, right? No, not Necluda. He's in, I think he's over in this direction, no? Does anybody remember where Robbie is in this game? I don't remember where he is. Story mode and you got owned by the third boss. Yeah. Yeah. It's bloody heckin' difficult. I still haven't finished my stream of it. No! I know you leave me alone, please. Can I redirect the laser back? Nope. Okay, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm so dead. Yep. And the laser made me drown. Hatano? Yes, they are, Nanami. You are very right about that. Alright, sorry about that. Oh, damn it, Guardian. No. Oh yeah, I forgot I could do that. No. Listen, I just beat freaking Ganon. I don't need this crap from you, okay? Oh. Link, please. Let's see you walk now, idiot. Link, oh my god, dude. How are you missing the leg? There we go. Oh, do you still have this much HP? There you go. Eat shit. Did Aki migrate to Twitch? Probably. You know Aki. Her whims are like the wind, ever changing. Yep, see? Told you. There she is. What's up, Nanami? Okay, we gotta break into the castle now. Oh my god, Merlin, how could you do this to me? I'm so devastated that you would do this. Yo, weren't you saying that to the other guy earlier? Hey, what's up, Pato? What you up to? How you doing? Oh my goodness, I think I'm trapped. I done goofed. How do I get out of here? Can I touch this part? Yeah, I can touch this part. Okay. You just can't touch the purple. You can touch the venom part, but you can't touch the purple. Right? Nope. None of it. Can't touch none of it. Got it. Okay. Point proven. Or point taken. Feeling a little unwell? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, we had to do that. So dead. Get dead, guy. I'm so scared. Stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there. No, Link, 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 please. Link, please. Oh my god. You are an idiot. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay.
The roof protection is now ready to roll.
Is he Hateno Village? Because I thought he was somewhere else. Because when I go to Hateno Village, he's not there, you know, but in honesty, I have not been there in a while. I'll go there real quick. Yeah, see, he's not here. Lab near here? Hey, Pyrrha, tell me, where is he? Okay, want to chat? Who are you? What is this place? Bye. Oh. Dude, tell me where Robbie is. Lab near there. Hi, Pepper. Okay, bye, Pepper. Oh, is it up here? I'm getting tired. You should go to bed then. Go to sleep. No, this is Pyrrha's room. I don't know. Yo no sé. I think I might have to just look it up real quick. Let me see. Real quickly. Robbie's lab. On the easternmost, let me read that. Akala region. Akala Ancient Tech Lab. Oh, I remember that place. Oh no. He's over here. He's right. Let's see. How do I line this up? So there's the mountain. He's like over here. We're gonna see how close I got. Where's my chat? Okay. So that would make it... Oh, shite. Okay, where's the closest area to this place? Oh, I see a little bend in the road right there. Okay, we're gonna go there. All right, we'll go hit up Robbie's place first, because if I can get the ancient armor, that's gonna help me out so freaking much with this place. Ah, great. I forgot the stupid freaking... You gonna help me fight? See, that's why I love the Gerudo. They're ready to square up at a moment's notice. Ah. Idiot. No. Give me your head. Listen here, buddy. I didn't just survive a bunch of guardians just to lose to your ass, okay? I'm gonna chug a bunch of bananas, and then we fight. Oh, you are an asshole. Of course, he would put me all the way back here and making me lose my pin. Okay. I see you. Let me get my horse. No, don't keep yourself awake, especially not for the stream. Go to sleep. Go to bed. I won't be on much longer anyways. This is going to be my one and only attempt at trying to get to Robbie's laboratory anyways.
Oi!
Give me my horse, please. My loyal steed. 3 hours in the future. Tell me what the lottery numbers are.
Yo!
Come on, Hans. You're a good horse. We shall go and ride together. This way? Yeah, it's up this way. Okay, there we go. I don't want money that bad. What do you mean by that? You can't solel? Yeah, you can't solel. Oh, great. We are on silver bokoblins now. That's great. Out of the way, chickens. Oh, not that way. There we go. Ah, welcome back, Aki. Ratswy Yaif Skoleli. Snekel. Akio. What are you saying? Aki, are you able to translate? I don't know what the heck she's saying. Some kind of weird internet speak. I don't get it. You all can unverstaffen Wadumel? Ah. I don't know. I don't understand. It's knocked even to got badge. Oh, you're speaking Dutch. Okay. Spreken Sie Deutsch? Wisdom amke me lafgerun. Need a dictionary.
Welcome back from the ad break. If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
Okay, this won't be that bad of a journey. Seems like everybody's leaving me alone now. Yeah, see, that's how you know you need to go to bed. If laughing so hard doesn't wake you up, that means it's time to go to bed. It's time to go to sleep. Time for dormir. Yeah, but in this case, what are you losing out on? My stream? Huh. Please. Please. You can do so much better. Oh, I forgot. Isn't Terrytown over here? Oh my gosh. Should we do Terrytown next stream? I completely forgot about that place. That's because you're so busy. That's why. Yeah, there's Terrytown. Right now, it's just a big lump of nothing. There's the lab. I see it right over there. Dun, dun. Doo, 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 doo. Dun, dun. No, 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 no. Well, when I mean busy, I mean you got better things to do than be here. I mean, anything's better than being here, am I right? Nothing but trash. What do you mean dissing? It's called self-deprecating humor, and it's all I'm good at. Oh, that's very sweet. It's a very odd thing to say immediately after saying that, but okay. Alright, we'll pick up this shrine. I'm not gonna do the shrine, but I'm just gonna pick it up for fast travel. Tosa Aug. There we go. Now we can teleport back to there if we need it. I'm sorry. But you know, it's just because I gotta get up early for work. You know, if I was making big bucks off streaming, then it wouldn't matter. But I'm not quite there yet. By my calculations, oh shit skis. By my calculations, I still got another 30 years or so until I make it big. Oh man, the Sheikah took it over. Or not the Sheikah, the Iga. It's Hey, you, what are you doing here? Hmm. I like his little chameleon eyes. Are you the one called Link? That's too bad. If you were the legendary Link, there would be something important I'd need to tell you. But how can I determine with full certainty whether or not you are the true hero? Yes, how indeed. Yes. If you can show me the wounds your body suffered 100 years ago, that should prove you are truly Link. What if I just show you the Master Sword, brother? How about that? Okay, fine. This weird old man wants to look at my body. Okay, whatever. Okay, how's that? Yes, just the number of scars on your body, just as I remembered. Most seem to have healed, but they do line up with the scars I know you got during the Great Calamity 100 years ago. Yes, I acknowledge you as the real Link, so let us begin. I am the lead Guardian researcher and director of the Akala Ancient Tech Lab. Dr. Robbie! In any case, I really am impressed that you made it all the way out to this rather remote location. Did you perchance meet Pyrrha and borrow her power? Yes, okay, that's fine if you don't know. I did not mean to pick that one, by the way. Let us return to the subject at hand, Did you know that the Calamity is regaining its power? I see. Then I don't need to tell you my story, Yes, I see. In that case... now is the time to join forces with Ashika, yes? We must destroy the Calamity. Yes, that is correct. You and I are going to join forces to put an end to the Calamity. And on that note, sorry for the long preamble, but I'd like to provide you with some ancient soldier gear. Did you catch all that? Cherry, the ancient oven, creates ancient soldier gear, but I fear she's out of sorts at the moment. I'm afraid someone will have to bring the blue flame from the ancient furnace again. Oh, gee, I wonder who that's gonna be, haha. Alright, what frickin' blue flame? Okay, what are we saying? Wait, rats, you speakigan? You so so different. Hmm? Mm-hmm. No, die. There we go. What are you who saying? I don't know. What are you saying? Okay, so these are the little furnace thingies. So that means the fire's around here somewhere. Yes, you. Where is the blue flame? Where is the blue flame? Where is the blue flame? I cannot see. Oh, there it is. Is that it? Right, is that it? No. No, it appears not. Is it just out, or is this not the right place? Quio me. By the way, guys, I'm not speaking gibberish. It's all Merlin. Oh my indeed. Golden Freeman.
Urbosa's fury is ready.
Cabooses fury is ready. Where is the blue flame? I'm afraid I cannot find it. Yes. It eludes me. I heard Munante. It's Rigidjigit there. Where? Girl, you don't know what you're talking about. I don't see it. You would be able to see it. Because it's really bright and... yeah, it's bright. You'll see it. Oh man, not you. Leave me alone. Oh god, oh god. If sif rig jig. Oh my god. Slow down when you're typing. I deck wiat gain this X. Okay, that's oh there that is the blue flame. Okay. I was looking over there. But it's way over here. Oh my, that's just great. I have no idea how to get over there. I told you. You didn't told me nothing. Hey, Foxy. Here, we're gonna have to run all the freaking way around. Okay. Fine, fine, fine. Very good, very good, very good. Very, 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 very good. Lantern there. There's a lantern there. Okay. I really hope that I have a torch. I do have a torch. Beautiful. Oh man, come on. Yo, be cool. Don't be a snitch. Got no arrows. I got one arrow. Oh man, it's a silver bokoblin. This is terrible. What? All right, you have completely lost your mind. Yori so ukungi salaku. What are you saying? Niki priki. Niki priki. Noi. Sneaky breaky, sneaky breaky. Oh my god, that's two moblins. Yes, I'm talking to you. Hey, what's up, Ducky? You had to go drumming, so the stream got canceled. Aw. Well, did you have fun drumming? A red uwo yakigan to meef. Yeah, I'm yakigan to you. Too many moblins. Chuck this bad boy out of here. So I want to know why they decided to build this thing all the way over here. Is it because they knew they could waste my time? Hey, thank you for the Rozaki. Oh, stupid rain. Gosh, you need to go to bed. I'm gonna have to wait for the rain now. I might just have to do this later. Yeah, I'm looking at the time. I think I gotta do this later. Yep, I'm gonna make the executive decision to do this later because it is late. Yes, sorry, it has to happen. Slacky needs his sleep. Okay. Okay. All right, let's see what we got going on in Twitch land. All right. Yeah, okay. Hang out, Twitch. We're gonna do a raid. And then I'm just gonna say goodnight to TikTok real quick. Good night, Aki. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. All right, TikTok. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys as always. It was a blast. You guys kept me sane with all your chit chats. I will not be here tomorrow, as I said, but I will be back Friday. So take care of yourselves, okay? Bye-bye. Bye. It's okay, Marilyn. Don't worry. You can live without the stream for one day. You'll be fine. All right. Bye, everybody. All right, Twitch. Let us go raid somebody. Everybody, it's going to be probably difficult to find somebody to raid at this hour. I say that, and then there's Pocket. Pocket's been, is that 3 hours? Pocket's playing Cult of the Lamb. We got other people playing Zelda. Ooh, you know what? Let's go raid this guy. They're doing like a challenge run on Breath of the Wild. That might be fun for you guys to watch. Let's go raid them. Okay, so this is a brand new person, so be nice to them, okay? All right. So you guys have a fantastic evening. Thank you for coming out here. Thank you for supporting me. I appreciate all of you guys as usual. I won't be here tomorrow, but I'll be back Friday, and we'll have some fun then, okay? All right. You guys take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful day tomorrow, and I'll see you later.